Yeah, I think we've been working specifically on the defensive side of the ball. I know we've scored a lot of goals in previous weeks, but the defensive organization has always been the key foundational piece to any sort of success you're going to have moving forward. So we've been intentional about that. We've organized the group, but what I saw on the weekend was much more than that of whether the back four can cover each other or the midfield three can block the middle. It was the collective spirit of the group that defended every action that came their way, and we haven't seen that in a long time. And the spirit of the group, you could see at the end of the game. They were, of course, proud to win the game, but even more proud from the defensive aspect, when especially a lot of criticism has been made about this team and how they can't defend. And I think you saw a little bit of that release from the guys that, in their own way, said, maybe, we can, and we will.
Jansen specifically was one that stood out to me, and I think after the game he credited you with kind of help coaching him along and talking about some of the kind of through these first few games as a pro. What's been that like from your perspective?
Well, I appreciate the credit coming my way. It's all him. He's the one that plays the game. He's the one that's in the fire, and he's the one that needs that mental fortitude. And so not just myself, the rest of the staff has been working with him to try to become a better version, a better player. It's not easy coming in as a rookie in the position of a center back with that kind of responsibility, because it's a little bit easier further up the field to make a few mistakes and not really get noticed or punished for it. And so that responsibility with Jansen, with John, with Robbie, with Bart, all of those young players, they've taken it on extremely well, and Jansen's one of those.
How do you balance though, like maybe the leash for players and like allowing them to go through growing pains and maybe make mistakes at times, while also like being results-driven business, and like at some point results have to come too?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think the balance is a couple of things. One is that you take it by the day. No matter what you've done previously, you're still focused on today and becoming a better version of yourself. And the other thing is not to always coach the outcome or look at the outcome as the measuring stick of quality. And so I know, as you say, it's a results-oriented business, but if you do a lot of the little things and you get better at a lot of the little things, you're going to turn those into results. And so I'd like to take that approach, not just with the team, but individuals as well. They're going to make mistakes. It's a game of mistakes, but our players are focused on improving, and I think you just saw that in some of the individuals this weekend.
Kerry, it's the second time you're facing Portland since you took over. Do you see this as an opportunity maybe to further show the strides that this group has taken in the last month?
Yeah, don't look at it as a revenge or getting them back for what they did at our place. We're looking and we're focused on improving ourselves. We know that we're a different team than we were a month ago. We're also going there, which is a very difficult place to play, and any place in MLS is difficult to get a result on the road. But we are familiar with them. We know what they're good at, some of their shortcomings. But Phil and his staff have done an extremely good job, great job for that matter of getting that group in the right headspace and really maximizing the quality that they have in the group.
What kind of stood out from that last game? I know there were some defensive mistakes, missed penalty. You guys were in the match, so do you feel like you're still well prepared to go up and get a result in Portland?
I think so. We reflecting on that game, it was a learning lesson for us, particularly how we started the second half. And it was really after that game that we started emphasizing more and more the key moments of games, whether it's the start of the game on the kickoff, whether it's after a goal is scored, how do you react off of that? It's a throw-in. It's little actions over the course of the game that you have to be incredibly tuned into against this team, just because they're so athletic and they're so powerful and they have difference makers in a lot of areas of the field.
What's the biggest progression you've seen in this team over the last few weeks?
Well, I think the group has, obviously when there's a change, there's this wait and see. You know, some guys will say, something new, I'm ready to go anywhere with you. And then other guys are, well, let's see what you have to offer. And then the collective is, we want to believe again, we're not sure if we do. And of course, you need success along the way to really cement that home. And I think what I've seen over the last number of weeks is a group that is willing, that really wants to, that is starting to generate belief not just in how we can get results, but in each other. And when you have that spirit, I think I referenced that after the game the other day, it means something to you when you accomplish, and it hurts when you lose. And that feeling within the group, I can feel it.
You talked a little bit about the defensive spirit. Jansen, after he shielded that ball and got dragged down, he gave big fists to the crowd. He was excited about that. Do you like those kind of things when players are showing that emotion?
I love that every individual, whatever he brings in his unique way, is allowed to express that, because that's what this game is all about. You're supposed to enjoy it. You're supposed to have fun. And people that come to the game and see that, and coaches that see it on the sideline, especially when it's your player, it gives you the energy to want to be better and to do more. And so I think he's just he's infectious when he does that, and I think he does it in a genuine way, and we need more of that.
Well, in the last couple of games, you guys have won with 5 goals, and you guys have won with no shots on goal. So what's it say about the group to win in different ways?
Well, the mark of a good team, I firmly believe, is winning on not your best days, and certainly, the aesthetics of the game. People are usually trending towards the attacking side, and more goals are better goals. But I also have an appreciation when you can defend like we did in that manner and get a result. Because at the end of the day, the teams that are the most balanced, that can find ways to win in different ways, are the ones that are there at the end. And so what we've happened to do in the short time that we've been together is we've shown different ways, and we've shown strengths in every aspect of the game. Set pieces, even in the last game, were tremendous. And so if we can put all of that together to make a complete game, we'll be a difficult team to play against.
How do you focus on getting that completeness on both ends of the field?
Well, you try not to take any one aspect of the game for granted. Just because you're good at it doesn't mean you need to turn away from it. It's been a balancing act in this first month or so to really emphasize which area needed the most attention. And so we needed to generate more scoring opportunities to take some of the pressure off of the defensive group, and we've done that. And so now the defensive group has rewarded or given back to the attackers that we can sustain and hold a result if you do your job on the front. So I think it's a balance over the course of the year of making sure that our game is intact, and we're constantly getting better at it.
Now that you've been in this gig a bit, are you having fun? Are you enjoying?
I've been having fun since the first day. I've been part of the sport, part of the club for such a long time, but at its core is I love the game, and I love talking about the game. I love coaching the game, and all of those things I hope transmits to the players in the group, because I want them to love it as well. And if we can create that kind of environment, as I said, it's infectious, not just to the players, not just to the staff, but to the fans and the league and the game itself.
I felt like Sunday, I felt you were like the most animated I've seen you on the sideline there, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, I think the group, I don't doubt their effort and their intention and their approach and their commitment, but some days when you're just not at your best, and we had to change a few things over the course of the game. It probably went relatively unnoticed, but we changed our formation 3 times. And we had a couple of breaks, and we brought the group together, and it was really trying to encourage them and push them along when it would have been easy for them to succumb to the pressure. But we did it as a group.
Just how are Kyrie and Joaquin progressing?
Good. They're both good. They're both out on the field. I expect them to both be in training by the middle of the week.
Logan?
Had a scan yesterday. I haven't gotten the results back. It doesn't seem like a long-term injury. I think he pulled himself out before it was a serious thing. First indications are that it's not long-term.